My fellow Ambazonians, on Monday, the Subcommittee on International Human Rights of the House of Commons Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs called for a fact-finding mission in Ambazonia. I welcome the bold step taken by the Canadian Parliament and thank them for rising above the self-interest-driven politics that has negated the suffering of the Ambazonian people. Canadian Lieutenant General Romeo Dallaire, who oversaw UN peacekeeping forces during the Rwandan genocide, echoed these sentiments and hoped that his first-hand account of the Rwandan genocide would help inspire people around the globe to rise above national interest and self-interest, to recognize humanity for what it really is. For 60 years, Cameroon has murdered, maimed, massacred, tortured, dehumanized Ambazonians with arrogance and has taken pride in the silence and inaction of the world. Our people have gone through torment, pain, humiliation, and suffering. They killed our people with joy, humiliate them with pride, and acted with such contempt and arrogance as though they own us. Those who spoke were quickly eliminated as a threat to the murderous regime. Ambazonians have appealed in vain. The founding fathers of our nation died without being listened to. The Ngeka Martin Luma's chief Ayaba, Hitler and Binglo died without being listened to. Par Nfor was whisked off to jail for questioning the brutality of the occupation regime. The Partisans begged for the system to be reformed, and even exile did not spare them from the arrogance of the occupation regime. Villagers who rose to question the system saw their villages burnt, mothers killed, children murdered. Our boys became a threat, and a policy of systematic elimination of young boys was instituted. Cameroon has committed close to 100 massacres, buried victims in unmarked graves, subjected thousands to its horror, and laughed at the powerlessness of the world. My dear people, the facts about Cameroon's crimes in Ambazonia have been well documented. They are irrefutable. While an independent fact-finding mission will establish known facts for purposes of admissibility, there is an urgent need for interim measures to protect the Ambazonian people from the continuous systematic violence being perpetrated by Cameroon. Canada has taken a first bold step. For the first time, a state declared the crimes as that against humanity, systematic in nature and a violation of international humanitarian law. Following in the footsteps of UK parliamentarians, Canada has linked the current crimes and posture of Cameroon to the root causes of the crisis, which is that of annexation, aggression, and illegal extension of border at independence. Canada must therefore clearly depart from the naive position which the world has held, and which has emboldened Cameroon to act with impunity. By continuously describing Ambazonia as a geographic region of Cameroon, the world is asserting Cameroon's power of the monopoly of violence, right to domestic prosecutorial and accountability regimes, and most importantly the right to invoke the cloak of sovereignty to shield itself from external scrutiny. Cameroon does not own Ambazonia. It is an illegal and brutal tenant that must be expelled by the combined effort of good people across the globe. Fellow Ambazonians, you must continue to fight and resist. Don't take your eyes off the ball. The price has always been high, but what you have done has emboldened all enslaved peoples across our continent. You have defied the odds, shattered the myth about Cameroon's power. You will sink them. It's just a matter of time, and that we have. Remain focused, optimistic, and reject the logic of those who ride on chaos, blackmail, and sabotage. Dr. Ayaba.